It is Christmas season and the snow is coming down here in Los Santos, and I got y'all with a list of 10 snow vehicles that you can drive around that won't cause you to spin out and crash around the entire map while just trying to drive around. Whatever you're doing while you're selling cargo, you're just driving around for fun. These are 10 vehicles that are going to help you tremendously not go flying down a mountain when you're trying to drive across. Real fast before we get into the list, I do want to give you an example of what a bad vehicle would look like. As you see on the screen, the Vigero ZX HSW upgrade is just absolutely terrible. You have no traction on the floor, no grip, you just spin around and you go crazy. This is what we're not looking for in this list, and it's kind of why you actually clicked on this video, because you're probably having the same issue as I was having in this clip. This is actually what made me think of this, and I looked around and I saw everybody and their moms already made a video on this, but I thought I'd add my own vehicles to this list, and I'd give you my opinions on what the vehicle should be. Even though this list is in no particular order except for the number 1 and 2 picks, as I think those are the best, we're starting off with our first vehicle right here, which is the Cara 4x4. Now this vehicle is a very big vehicle. It has great, it looks amazing. It's got pretty decent customization. The speed that this thing can get is not terrible at all. It's actually a pretty nice vehicle, but what makes it stand out among the list of all the vehicles for the snow, it actually is just a very nice vehicle. You'll notice when driving that trucks and off-roaders, they really have that grip and that snow driving feel perfectly, as the majority of them are all-wheel drive and everything, and they have their off-road tires and everything, but this vehicle is a very nice vehicle. I think that it deserves its spot on this list. It has great grip, great everything. That's why this vehicle is on my list. Up next we have the Night Shark. Now the Night Shark, it's not a vehicle you would really expect to be like on a list full of snow vehicles and all of that, but this vehicle is incredible in the snow. It's actually one of the best vehicles in GTA Online. Personally, if I had to make a list of like top 10 vehicles every single person should own, this vehicle would be almost at the top of that list. This vehicle has everything going for it, especially in the snow time. The grip and hold that this vehicle has on the floor, especially while you're off-roading on dirt roads or simply just on the grass in general, it is pretty insane. The weapon, the vehicle comes with a weapon, I should say. It comes with a pretty good weapon, the machine gun. Oh my god, the machine gun is actually a very powerful machine gun compared to other machine gun vehicles like Imani Tech vehicles and all of that type of stuff. This vehicle has great speed, great grip, it's got good everything. It really has everything going for it. Like, just like the Cara, it's just a very good all-around vehicle, especially considering the fact that it can take like 28 homing missiles. It's a very powerful and great vehicle. I really recommend that you pick this one up. My apologies for the darkness as it's in the nighttime, but the next vehicle in the list is the Trophy Truck. Now the Trophy Truck is similar to the Desert Raid. They're very similar vehicles, but I personally think that this overshadows the actual Desert Raid. This vehicle is a very similar situation to a vehicle that's going to be in our list that's actually in the number 1 and 2 spots. I'm not going to spoil all that, but this is very similar to a very certain vehicle, and both of those vehicles are just beasts in the snow. I hate using that term beast, like, oh, you're a beast. I'm getting carried away. But this vehicle, it's a good vehicle. It's a very good vehicle. Amazing grip, as you can see in the video. It just goes crazy in the snow. I've never had a problem with this vehicle spinning out or losing my grip or flying down a mountain like I do with other vehicles. This thing is very good. It holds its own, especially in the snow, and that's why this vehicle is on our list. So this is a strange one because this is a motorcycle. Now the Batty 801 and the Hakuchu Drag are both very incredible vehicles for the snow, as well as the Manchez, the Sanchez, all of those ones. But I think the Batty 801 just tops that list. I'm trying to have a little bit of diversity in this list, as most of them are going to be very similar vehicles. But the motorcycles, I never have a problem with them in the snow. I know a lot of people say that they don't have, you spin out, all that type of stuff. Motorcycles, and especially the Batty 801, have really kind of had a place in my heart. Motorcycles have been my favorite vehicle in the game, not because they look good, because of how diverse they are and how easily you can just get around the map, and you don't really have struggles with you do like big giant insurgents and night sharks. It's very good. It's got great grip. I've never had a problem with this vehicle too. It really holds its own, especially for that $18,000 price tag. That is basically nothing. You can get that money back in literally 2 minutes by doing nothing. You basically make that just by sleeping in this game, and that is why the Batty 801 is a very amazing vehicle. It holds its own. It's got incredible speed. It's one of the best vehicles just in general in the entire game due to its fact of speed, grip, how easily it can get around the map. The Batty 801 is an incredible vehicle, and I recommend using this during the snow time. Coming from this week, I believe the snow ends next Thursday. I could be wrong, but this is why the Batty 801 is very good. I recommend giving this one a try, and let's go to the next one on our list. We have the Insurgent. The Insurgent is a very similar case to the Night Shark, where it's a very just beefy vehicle. It's got great armor. It's an incredible vehicle. It takes many homing missiles, rockets, oppressor shots, all of that type of thing. It is very good in the snow, especially if you put off-road tires. This thing is a beast. It just goes crazy in the snow. You really don't lose traction or grip at all during this thing. Its speed can be better, but it is still a very nice pick. It's a very nice vehicle in general to have. If you do not own the Night Shark, then you've definitely not really experienced the good times of GTA, because I don't know anybody from the older times, you know, just let's just say 2013 to 2016, maybe even 2018, who doesn't have an Insurgent or an Armored Kuruma for that matter. But if you don't own this thing, you're missing out very much. It's incredible in the snow. It gets around, it does its job, and it holds its own. That is why the Insurgent is on our list. So, when I say vehicles for the snow, I don't especially mean vehicles that are just incredible in the snow. I mean best vehicles for the snow. And the ZR350 is really one of those vehicles that are incredible in the snow, for the sole reason that this thing is like a slipping slide. This is the drift variant of the ZR350. This thing just slides around, and it's so much fun to just drive around and, you know, see, because the drifting on this and the next vehicle on our list, which is going to be the Fathom FR36, my apologies, they both are just very good vehicles. They slide around. Their drifting is so much fun to do. I don't know anybody who's not had fun with the drifting so far in this game. The FR36 and the ZR350, they are both very fun vehicles to drift around in this game, especially during the winter time, the Christmas season, because these things are like a what are they, the Beyblades? They're like a Beyblade, bro. They just slide around. They're very good vehicles. That is why they deserve to be on this list. Very fun to fly around in, and just try it yourself and just see what places you can get yourself into and how you just go around the map. It's very fun, and those are why they are on our list. Now, pick number 2 and pick number 1, these both go very much in common. They go hand in hand. They're very similar vehicles, but right here we have the Dragger. Now, this is an incredible off-roading vehicle, might I say the best. Its speed is insane for the type of vehicle it is. Its grip and traction, I will cash app anybody $50 if they can get this thing to spin out on its own and it not being you being a terrible driver. This thing, it's what other vehicles want to be, but they just simply are not. This thing is crazy. If you want a very good all-around vehicle that has good speed, it has good grip, it has everything going for it, basically similar to all the other vehicles I've said on this list, but this thing just blows them out of the water, except for the number 1 pick. But this thing is just incredible. The Dragger, I very much recommend picking this thing up and giving it a try. I'm sure most of you saw this coming, but the Comet Safari is coming in as my number 1 pick for the best vehicle to drive around in the snow. The Comet Safari is a very good vehicle. It is similar to the Dragger, but I feel like, well, it is a little slower, and I just feel like it's a little more, I'm trying to find the right words for it, it's a little more protected, I guess you could say. It feels like it holds its ground a little more than the Dragger. It really has incredible grip. Its speed is decent. Everything about this vehicle, it really, I've said this for every single vehicle, but it really does hold its ground. It really sticks it stays where it needs to go. If you want this thing to do something, it'll do it without even complaining, if you know what I mean. This thing is just a beast in every type of way. This thing is great. I really do recommend picking this up, especially if you have the money. It's not very expensive at all. As you can see, the prices have been on the screen up there, but it's a very good vehicle, and it's my pick for the #1 best vehicle to drive around in the snow. Now, if this was helpful or you enjoyed it in any way, make sure you go ahead and drop a like to support the channel and subscribe, post notifications on to never miss another video, and I will see you all later.